Hedera HBAR has been drawing attention by not just for its price action, but for its utility and its value in real world assets. So let's jump into it in this video. We're going to take a look at what's going on for HBAR. It could explode, and we're going to talk about, basically the technical setup and how bullish everything looks here. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on X as well if you are watching over there. I cover HBAR on the channel all the time, and it is one that I pay attention to quite frequently. Let's take a look at what's going on in the overall market first before we get into it. Up about a dollar, 1.7% over the last 24 hours. Market cap for the entire crypto market sitting at 3.72 trillion. And if we go down here and we refresh the last 24 hours, HBAR is sitting in the #2 spot amongst the top 100 cryptos in terms of price action, up about 25.59% in the last 24 hours. This thing has been crushing it. So we're approaching that 25-cent mark, and really what I'd like to see is HBAR, securely reclaim the around, we had a 22-23 cent support zone around there previously. I'd like to see it reclaim that, continue to be above that zone, and then have a push to about the 30-cent psychological resistance. So that would be really bullish. If we can get beyond the 30-cent resistance, we have a major run coming up here for HBAR. So what's going on right now? There are some analysts out there saying that we could potentially see 153% move up for this coin. We're going to take things step by step first, and make sure that we're not going to just start trading just to trade, right? We're going to make sure that things are flowing the way they should. Certain resistances have been overcome, and established support levels, right? Because yes, this thing could go 153%, but when you look at it, if it starts to drop, where's it going to fall? Where do we set our stop losses, kind of thing? So that's always something I always like to look for in a trade. And but HBAR is one that I've been long term on. I do sometimes kind of day trade it, but it's one that I'm more accumulating during dips and things like that, because when we see these parabolic runs, absolutely insane, good time to take profits, kind of thing, right? 25% is definitely a good trade. So this is what's going on in the last 7 days, up 54%. Crushing it, like I said. And we can see volume is up almost 200% in the last 24 hours. So let's take a look at what's going on here. There are some, like I said, some experts out there thinking this thing could make a very, very decent run. And really, the price action right now is not just coming in just by retail investors. It's looking like institutional investor participation is there as well. Now, this has a very strong technical setup, and it could rise more than 153% from its current position. Now, it's trading above three important exponential moving averages: the 55 EMA, the 89 EMA, and the 233 EMA. And it's also shown green candles for 5 consecutive days. So it's on the daily chart. So this is basically a confirmed bullish structure, right? We can see that in the chart here. I'm just going to blow this up so you guys can see this. This is not my work specifically. This is Anada on TradingView that has produced this chart. So, mentioning it has a very strong RSI, rising volume, and the action is happening above the 0.236 fib. Now, it can move, but it can also take months for the completion of a full bullish wave. So this is like a long-term price continuation, looking at about a 57 cent HBAR over the next few months. So I think this is very, very possible. HBAR can move very, very fast. But like I said, we don't want it to shoot up and go to the stars, because then usually what happens is a lot of times they fall right back down. And, it's very important to do that step where charts go up in steps, right? Because that establishes support zones, and, has basically somewhere to catch when it does start to come back down and retrace. So Orbit is a new DeFi platform that's going to be on the HBAR network. These are some updates that they are going to be having. So it's going to have a single dashboard. Users can monitor portfolios, check market analysis, and even audit token risks directly within the dashboard. Kind of an all-in-one solution, going to be coming to the HBAR network. Super bullish on that. Now, and on July 11th, Salt app officially had launched. This is a South Korean trading app, and it provides access to over 30 blockchain networks, and it offers Hedera-based DeFi incentives. Really, really cool. Retail users from Asia can now access HBAR even easier. So, furthermore, it's also involved. They announced this, I believe it was last week, in a project with the Reserve Bank of Australia and the Finance Cooperative Research Center. They're exploring potential of digital currencies. Out of hundreds, sorry, of applicants, only 24 use cases were selected for the next phase. HBAR is definitely involved with that as well. So let's jump over and take a look at the chart. We are looking at TradingView right now. So this is HBAR on the 4-hour. So we take a look here. We got a buy signal back here on July the 6th. This thing has grown about 96%. No, sorry, that's not right. This thing has grown. That's where I want it to be. Sorry about that, guys. It has grown about 58% since my buy signal back here that CF Algo has called. And if you're interested, there's a link in the description of this video for CF Algo. But my target here, I'm looking, like I said, guys, for that 30-cent level in the next hopefully week or two, and then hopefully we'll get some sort of consolidation there before the next leg up, because I think the 30-cent level was very crucial during the last run when we were exploring these levels with HBAR. So I think that that's crucial to get that sort of support line right around there in order to move up to like the 40-cent range, because like I said, guys, if you shoot up to the moon, things fall just as darn hard. So we don't want to see that. We want to see HBAR have full, slow, steady, and attainable growth, and that's what I'm looking for. So target, yeah, absolutely, in the 50, what did they say here? 50, let's back over here. I believe she said 57, yeah, 57-cent range. And that chart is going over into October. I'd like to see that before end of summer. I think that would be really cool, because I'm expecting crypto to pick back up September, October, end of September, into the October dates to basically it's when people kind of come back from vacation, summer's over, they get back into trading and that kind of thing. There's a lot of people out there that trade when not in the summertime, right? When people will walk away, sell a May and go away. I'm sure you've heard that expression many, many times. So I'm expecting things to be, having a decent run before Christmas would be very, very nice. So obviously we'll have to wait and see what happens. Bullish technical setup, as long as macro stays great, Bitcoin does well, that sort of thing. Right now, the United States is doing fantastic with, taking in funds from their tariffs, and they actually produced a surplus of money this month. I guess is the first time it's ever happened, or last month, first time it's ever happened in years and years and years. So very, very good for the economy there. So hopefully things will continue with this, and I'll provide you with updates as they come in. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.